Hello anatomists at large. I'm going to be discussing the peritoneum, its relationship to the abdominal organs, and the anatomical landmarks it creates. The peritoneum consists of two continuous layers, the parietal layer, which lines the internal surface of the abdominal pelvic wall, and the visceral layer, which directly covers individual organs. Intraperitoneal organs are those that are completely enveloped in visceral peritoneum, such as the stomach, spleen, liver, jejunum, ileum, and transverse and sigmoid colon. Some organs are outside the peritoneal cavity, either extraperitoneal or retroperitoneal. These organs are usually only covered with one peritoneum on one surface. These organs include the aorta, kidneys, descending and ascending colon, and the pancreas. The folds and layering of the peritoneum form several anatomical landmarks. An omentum is a double-layered extension of the peritoneum. We'll focus on two, the greater and lesser omentum. The greater omentum extends inferiorly from the greater curvature of the stomach and covers most of the underlying organs like an apron. Its connections are the gastrophrenic ligament, the gastrosplenic ligament, and gastrocolic ligament. The lesser omentum connects to the lesser curvature of the stomach and the proximal duodenum to the liver. The lesser omentum is composed of the hepatogastric ligament and the hepatoduodenal ligament. The hepatoduodenal ligament houses the portal triad. Beneath the lesser omentum is a sort of tunnel called the epiploic foramen, also called the omental foramen. The limits of the omental foramen are the hepatoduodenal ligament anteriorly, the inferior vena cava and right crest of the diaphragm posteriorly, the liver superiorly, and the first part of the duodenum inferiorly. The omental foramen is important because it is the connection between the greater and lesser sacs of the peritoneum. The greater sac is the main part of the peritoneal cavity and covers the anterior portions of the liver, stomach, and spleen, as well as the small intestines and descending colon. The lesser sac is posterior to the greater sac. It is posterior to the stomach and anterior to the transverse colon and pancreas. Lastly, we'll discuss some of the folds of the peritoneum that form an important anatomical structures. First, we have mesentery. This is a double layering of peritoneum formed from the invagination of the intestines. We can see here that the portion of the mesentery called the transverse mesocolon, the mesentery that contains the transverse colon. Lastly, we have the mesentery proper, which is the broad fan-shaped fold of the peritoneum that connects the coils of the jejunum and ileum to the posterior abdominal wall. That's all for Objective 3.1.